episode 72. So in quick succession, I'm trying to post some videos. It's been a long time coming. I have been lazy, procrastinating, I'll be honest. And some circumstances beyond my control did not allow me to post videos on a regular basis. I apologize for that. Ever since COVID began though, I have been in survival mode, doing my best to carry out this process, and thank God it has paid dividends. While keeping myself safe in some of the worst environments that were plaguing me, I was on a journey, I was on a quest to find who I was after my relationship change and the way things worked out for me. I was trying to find myself and try to fit where this process, this Kundalini awakening, led me in what directions. And it had been a long time. I was married for about 18 years when I got my divorce. So it took me a couple of years to adjust to that. However, that did give me time to clean out a lot of toxicity, a lot of junk from my own psyche, of my own making. Which, for some reasons, you get awakened, but you're still in the same situation. Relationship-wise, your friend circle, people in your group of friends, that does not change because you're in the same relationship. Having a child changed a little bit of that, but at the same time it became very stressful to be able to deal with that as well as take care of this process, which now my significant other, my spouse, did not understand very well. So as it worked out, like I said in the previous video, my relationship is wonderful now, but I have found myself as I was, this I have to go back way before, back when I was single was 21. Now I'm 46, soon to be 47 next month, May 2021, May 19th to be exact. I'll be 47. So it's a big, huge difference between the single me today and the single me from ages ago. With this Kundalini awakening added, what have I found? I have found that it is easier to be an ascetic, to be celibate, easier to be alone with myself because I enjoy meditation. There aren't significantly bad, negative thoughts that bother me when I'm alone. A lot of the cleansings that I do of my own psyche, the reboots that I hit, by staying in the moment, day to day, taking it day by day, hour by hour, and just being in the now as much as possible, using every practice that I have at my disposal. Then that leads to a reboot at the solstice. The winter solstice, as I have mentioned in one of my previous videos, 21st of December. Summer solstice is 21st of June. The vernal equinox is the 21st of March. And the fall equinox is September 21st. On those dates, because of changes in the calendar, bodily changes take place. And old patterns, if I have done the process correctly, old patterns are erased. And a new me comes in. A new personality completely is wiping the old clean. So what was the hindrance in that? What remained constant was my relationship. And now that that is gone and dealt with in a healthy way, so that it is allowed us to move on and become better, stronger people. For me, this cleansing has taken on a whole new meaning. Now I'm cleansing stuff from way before. In 2006 when I awakened, I thought, okay, now the cleansing will take care of things that happened in the past. Well, it did, to the extent that it could, while things did not change as they should have in a more conducive way for this process to unfold. That did not happen because of the relationship and the past baggage. Over the last 2.5, 3 years, I find myself connecting and relating to my old self as a teenager, because this process kind of makes you like a teenager again, and relating to your old experiences, your old habits, inclinations, love of music. If you didn't have the same responsibilities, you get a do-over, but this time you do it with maturity, with experience, and what that experience has taught you, plus how to stay within boundaries, within your limitations. Work only towards those things that positively affect your life, and how exactly to accomplish all of these things. So, moving out west, of course, California, Hollywood, looking behind me, this is wonderful Zuma Beach in Malibu. And it's been a great journey. Los Angeles is a beautiful town. it has many charms, all of which led to my new creative ideas. Making this YouTube channel, making a career in creative arts, photography, cinematography, all lends itself well to my best. And it's been a wonderful journey. However, being on unstable ground emotionally kind of slowed my journey, and it took me a little while to get back to my feet. I'm doing my best to put out productive output and not let the pandemic and other things like that bog me down. However, I have found that you actually have the ability to find inner strength and resilience. All the things that were supposedly negative in my life turned out to be a great advantage after COVID happened, which is isolation. Well, I was used to it because of my Kundalini awakening. I had stayed isolated and inside my house, kind of quarantined. Okay, came in handy. Being able to be comfortable with my own thoughts, having overcome depression and not letting it repeat itself when it happened in the winter time was a big help. I got out of the relationship at the right time and had parents to fall back on to deal with most emotional stress. If you're already doing it for something else that's happening in your body, and now everyone else is doing it because of a pandemic, it becomes easier. At the same time, some things are unique. While taking care of your health, and if you have complications of health to begin with, and then you have to worry about COVID, that was a little bit difficult. And like I said, just having faith in God. I read Psalm 91, which you can check it out, and I'll post a link down in the comment section. Psalm 91 helped me through the toughest times of COVID, I'll be honest with you. It talks about how to be within God and being under God's wings, fully protected, knowing that no weapon forged against you will prosper if you're with God. Help me with God. And the stronger my faith grew, the more my practices became resolute and part of my pattern, the easier I found myself getting back into the best of the time post my awakening, as well as my previous life when I was single and younger and connecting to it and enjoying life again with fewer responsibilities, but also being able to in a healthy way release a lot of baggage and emotional stress and trauma from the conflicts and frictions of the past, being a fresh new person, rejuvenated. And there's been some good news. We have wonderful vaccines on the horizon. By and large, pandemic did not do as much damage as it was first feared when it first broke out in Wuhan, China, Italy, Iran. That was a scary thought, and then things got better. So by the grace of God, I hope that it goes back to normal and we come back thriving, healthy, better than before. And anything we can do to make ourselves stronger because of this experience is going to be to our advantage for the rest of our lives. The one thing I've learned is nothing ever goes away if you have made the habit of putting in the repetitions. Anything that you do by your own choice, with discipline, sometimes through the toughest of times, comes in handy as if it's a tool, a weapon, a shield. In tough times, when you least expect it, even though you weren't recently practicing those methods or techniques. But if you are in the constant habit of getting back on track, on doing something to strengthen your mind, to already witness your thoughts, to already look at this process that is the mind, and know your inner workings, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, align with the Tao, have practices like Aikido, Tai Chi, quotes from great masters like O-Sensei, Morihara, from Bruce Lee, from Raman Maharshi, who I mentioned in my vlogs, Jiddu Krishnamurti, Osho, Meister Eckhart, many readings of Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor, and he was the founder of a school of thought called Stoicism. And if you have been a Stoic, you learn to take your pain voluntarily. You learn to do things, discipline yourself, make things more difficult for yourself even when everything is going well. Comes in handy when the tough times arrive, because you've already steeled yourself to think of your worst times, to put yourself through a regimen of hardship, be it physical exercise or depriving yourself of something that you love, so that you're ready and aren't going blindly without giving much thought to what would happen if your excesses are no longer within your control to access. Like you cannot get something at will, on command, anytime you want. Well, shouldn't have been attached to it in the first place. I found the true meaning of things like vairagya, as it's explained in Sanskrit literature, which is detachment. To do things only to fulfill the craving within, but not to do it to excess. The yogic discipline comes in handy because now you have witnessed your mind as it grows angry about not getting something. How attached it is to that thing, whatever it might be. Television, food, junk food, a habit of smoking cigarettes. And quitting it mindfully, making a meditation out of it, allows you to see how to stay away from something. Well, today I stayed away from it for 15 minutes and then I gave in. Tomorrow, 30 minutes is my goal. Wow, I accomplished that. Then an hour, 2 hours. Then the urge passes. And you also witness that part of overcoming something, which your mind kept bringing that in your psyche, but you overcame it through sheer will. And that's an accomplishment. These dialogues, these dynamics that go within your own mind, with your own self, and the struggle with your own senses, becomes your armory, your arsenal for fighting tough times, because you've done it to yourself voluntarily. Stoicism, Marcus Aurelius. And anybody who has had the habit of working out, Bruce Lee, combines physical hardship through practice, discipline, inculcating habits, and a practice of letting go and still enjoying life on a mundane, everyday level. He was a DJ, a cha-cha dancer, a family man, and found greater philosophies through his application of physical practices to the art of Kung Fu first, then Wing Chun Kung Fu, and then Jeet Kune Do, his own martial arts style. But it all goes through discipline, learning, letting go, accepting your situation, knowing yourself to the best of your ability, using mindfulness to observe as you transform yourselves from the inside through your own efforts, and then giving the fruits of all of that to the Almighty, saying, thank you, God, for everything you have given me. Thank you for helping me make myself something better. Now, if that was your practice to begin with, of course, when COVID hits, yes, initially you're going to be a little perturbed. New worries, a shaking of your pattern, something unexpected. But then those disciplines that you've inculcated over many years, or new things that you've now found, wow, this suits me perfectly because I have the habit of staying in the moment and adapting to what is thrown at me. And accepting it joyously, not complaining, not whining, saying thank you, God. All these habits create patterns that make you easily accept your present moment and do the best with it while overcoming the difficulties. Not always easy, but hey, you chose to make life difficult, and now you're paid back. Now you're being paid back for that effort. When people who are prepared, be prepared is a motto for the Boy Scouts. If you're prepared already, it becomes easier to deal with things that were unexpected. Hope this was helpful. I hope everyone is having a great day. From Malibu, California, this is Vivek Govekar. Hope this was helpful and nourishing to your soul. And it's so good to be back. I'm so excited to get feedback. Please comment, please hit likes, please subscribe to my channel. This is Vivek Govekar signing off. Be well.